Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to talk to you about the MAGNIFICA Porcelain. And today is myself, Alicia Bedrosian. We have Federico Gasparetti with Stone Peak, and we have Tom Cotton, who's a fabricator and owner of Perry Masonry. And we're going to be talking today specifically about the 2cm and why this is such a great product. So our agenda today will be to discuss the new 2cm option. We'll talk about the inkjet technology of this product, the applications, the benefits, the installation process, and we'll have a quick Q&A at the end. So you can see in this picture here, which was done by the designer Remedy Furniture and Design. They installed one of the MAGNIFICA porcelains in the kitchen, and it's absolutely stunning. So we're really excited as this is the first 2cm porcelain panels that have ever been made in the US, and they're using state-of-the-art technology. So this is a huge, huge deal to have this product made in America. And it's an excellent choice for countertops because it's easy to transport, cut, and install, and offers the outstanding durability of porcelain with the beauty of natural stone. So what's really neat about this is it's using inkjet technology. So with advancements in inkjet technology, you can achieve unparalleled stone realism using, whatever look that we want to replicate. So what they do is they take real slabs. So if you wanted a Calcutta look, they would take real slabs of Calcutta, they would scan them, and then they would use almost like a big printer to replicate this onto tile. It's the way that most tile is made today, and it really makes for an absolutely beautiful product. So we're excited to talk about that. So for applications, the MAGNIFICA Porcelain 2cm offers homeowners and designers and architects an excellent option for countertops in both residential and commercial applications. And what's really great is you can use this both indoor and outdoor. So before, if you wanted to use a Bianco Carrara look outside, you wouldn't want to do that because of all the issues with natural stone, but you can now get that same look using MAGNIFICA. So the 2cm panel can be used in a lot of different ways. We have a lot of different sizes that we'll get to later, but you can do floors, walls, countertops, both interior or exterior, as we spoke before. You can use a seamless backsplash for this, shower walls, concealed doors, cabinetry, cladding, tabletops, benches, fireplace surrounds, sinks, exterior walls and facades, and this is a great product for residential and commercial use. Here you can see a kitchen with that installed as well. So currently we have 14 colors in 2cm with 3 finishes, polished, toned, and satin. You can see all the colors there. We have a great selection, and we'll be continuing to add to this as time goes on. I'm actually going to Italy in 2 weeks from now, and we will be purchasing some more beautiful, beautiful products. Next slide, you can see this is just a range showing the different sizes that this product comes in. So in the 2cm, the slab size is 127 by 60 inches. We also have a 12 millimeter and a 6 millimeter and a 120 by 60 size. We have 60 by 60 and 6 millimeter, which is just cut down from the slab, a 60 by 30. We will be stocking the 48 by 48 in November, which we're really excited about, and that will be in a little bit thicker and an 8 millimeter thickness. We are currently stocking the 30 by 30, and we'll have that in 8 millimeter thickness, and then you can cut that down to a 30 by 15. So those are the available sizes. And what's great is if you're doing, say, a bathroom and you want to use the same product on the floors, the shower walls, and the countertops, you can do that now. So this is a very great program. So the benefits of this MAGNIFICA porcelain is that it's a super durable product. I honestly think it's the best thing you can put in your kitchen. It's extremely resistant to scratches and staining and etching. This is actually my kitchen countertop right there, and I've had this product on my counters for about a year now. I had the 12 millimeter installed by Tom last year, and this product is phenomenal. Literally, I don't recommend it, but my kids have taken a Sharpie to the counter, and I was able to clean it off using some products that I'll show you. This is just by trial and error. I found these products to be the absolute best. Barkeeper's Friend with a Mr. Clean Magic eraser or a Scotch-Brite Dobie scrub pads literally has been able to get out super glue. My husband was super gluing a toy the other day, and some of it got on the counter, and I thought, oh no, that's never going to come out. But a little Bartender's Friend, Dobie scrub pad, and my counter looks good as new. So I highly, highly recommend this product for so many reasons. First of all, it's 100% natural, and I care about what goes on my counters and in my home. But also, I mean, I spill oil, I spill pasta sauce, and I haven't had one stain in a whole year. So I absolutely love this product. We'll get into more on installation, but this installs just as you would install a granite or a quartz counter. With some of the thinner materials like the 6 mil or the 12 mil, there was more guidelines on how you needed to do things. But with the 2cm, you can go right over plywood. You can see in this video, Tom's crew is installing and fabricating some of the material there. And they're going right over a counter. This is a blade that we recommend. There's been a lot of conversations about, you know, what is the right blade? What should we be using? This is specifically designed for the 2cm and for the porcelain in general. And it cuts the MAGNIFICA large format porcelain. It's the most sophisticated technology using that diamond blade. So we want to make sure you guys are using the right product to cut. Tom's going to talk more about that as well. And we will have these in stock tomorrow. So please make sure you guys are getting this blade as it's very important to use the right blade for this product. I get a lot of questions about undermount sinks. It's really easy to install an undermount sink with a simple and beautiful polished edge. That's how I have it in my kitchen as well, and I think it's the most durable way to install it. I have not had one chip, and I've had it for a year, like I said. So that's really, I think, the best way to do the sink. You could also do an apron, which I know Tom has done in some other projects, and that looks great too. I think this is just the most durable. So now we are going to get into some Q&A. So Federico was on the line too, so he'll be unmuting himself. Yeah. So the first question is, and this is for Federico, what makes the 2cm thickness so unique, and what are the benefits?
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here attending this webinar. Yeah, basically, mainly is the better physical properties that porcelain has compared to, of course, you know, quartz and granite, sometimes also, of course, granite and marbles and stones. Such properties that we're talking about, of course, are durability, the strength, and the fact, of course, like Alicia already said, that the material is basically, but it's acid resistant, stain resistant, heat resistant. So this is a material that, has been in the market already for 50 years, but, we've been working on top. Everybody's familiar with tiles, those porcelain tiles where we work on, they're everywhere, like, in restaurants, in fast food chains, airports, shopping malls. So now the technology allows us to basically have the same high-tech material, but to produce these beautiful slabs. The natural beauty of the products makes all the rest, because of course, people then they'll be able to visit your slab yards and see by themselves the look. Is really stunning. The second question here is: are the slab stocks in the USA? We are proud to say that not only they are stocked in the USA to all the location that Bedrosian has, but proudly we can say that they are made in the United States. our company invested a considerable amount of money in technology, in the most innovative technology that is available today in the market. I'd like to stress that out. This is the most innovative technology, and to bring it to the United States, to our manufacturing plant in Tennessee. So the material actually not only stocked, but is made here. And that's, of course, for many reasons, logistic and timing, and, it makes a huge, huge, huge difference and a huge advantage. What is the average weight of a slab? Let's say that, a slab, our slab, the full slabs that you can see, that you can find at the slab yards, at the Bedrosians, are average 537 pounds. Can you use the 2cm panels on floor and walls? Absolutely, yes. We have an amazing program. We can use it indoor, outdoor, countertops. We have different thicknesses. So that, for example, of course, the 2cm is tailored for countertops, and then we go to 6mm, which is great for wall and floor. The porcelain itself is frost resistant, so it's thaw resistant as well. So it's, again, I repeat, acid resistant, is absolutely stable to UVA and UVB. So it can definitely go outside. The only question, of course, care when you go outside, if you are going on the floor, it's the only thing you have to check is coefficient of friction to make sure that you use the right product that is not too slippery. But technically speaking, yes. So this was.
Thanks, Federico. And now to the inkjet technology. I'll answer the first question, and he'll answer the rest on here. But how many colors do we offer, and what sort of design aesthetic is possible? So we offer 14 colors currently in the 2cm in polished, toned, and satin finishes. The satin feels like a very nice smooth stone. I love that finish as well. We offer over 100 SKUs in the MAGNIFICA program. We will continue to expand on this. We really believe in this product. And the colors we offer are the most precious and prestigious stones found in natural stone. Number two, from the aesthetic perspective, how does the porcelain compare to quartz slabs? Federico, do you want to answer that?
Sure. I mean, of course, I could definitely say, of course, the slabs are going to be there for everybody to see. I mean, the beautiful, things here is that they're going to be at your slab yards, and they're going to sit next to all the beautiful stone that you have. So you're going to sit next to quartz, to granite, to marbles. So it's really invite everybody to go and see them, to see themselves how beautiful they are. In my opinion, of course, they look even better. They're definitely better than quartz, for the way that they're made. So
definitely better than quartz. I mean, the realism of the stone is sometimes hard when we have them at our slab yards and you see it next to the actual stone itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a hard time telling which one is actual stone and which one isn't. It's just beautiful. And the way that quartz is made, it will never be able to compete with the way that porcelain's made. So I think from a design perspective, it's just a way more superior product.
Yeah, also consider the fact, like Alicia said before, it's important to know who we put in our houses, especially when we have, for everybody, but also when we're kids. I mean, this material it has no binding agents whatsoever, so it has no resins, it has no, it's really one full body that is actually without any VOC whatsoever, virtually lead free. So it definitely a very hygienic and safe product to have in our houses, in our homes. Do end user need to pick out the slab like they do with natural stone? It's always good to see the products in person. So of course, yes, I would definitely go to the slab yard and I would check them. I would see, what I like and what I don't like on the slabs. Like every, please, the invitation is that we are making these slabs, really like mimicking nature. So in the slab itself, there might be a point or maybe a vein that people don't like. Of course, this is the cooperation with the fabricator. It's key. So say, okay, I want my counter. Please, I don't really like this pattern on this, or I don't like this corner. they can be worked as the same way. So it definitely is better to go and see. Of course, the advantage is the veining is controlled because we make it is a man-made product. So we choose only the best vein. So we actually got the best quarries, a slab from the best quarries all over the world, and and we try to replicate in this case only the best one because we have the opportunity to do those. So the best one. Why would you say users should use MAGNIFICA over competitor products? We have given this product to fabricators around the United States, and we have been told actually from them as well that it is cut better than our competitors. It is actually made also differently from other products that are in the market. There are several technologies in the market, so it's not true that porcelain slabs are all made the same way. And we pride ourselves of our innovation and R&D. Our company has always been on the benchmark, and one of the companies always have patented also many technologies in the industry. So it's definitely a very good product.
Yeah, definitely. And there's less tension in these slabs, so they're less prone to breakage than some of the competitors. We've definitely heard that a lot.
Correct. We have heard that a lot, exactly. The good thing is that we've heard it from the fabricators, not from ourselves, of course. But it's not only from us. So
on to applications. Why are 2cm panels so well suited for countertops?
Yeah, the thickness makes them cut as easily as quartz and granite. So definitely they are great to create countertops, seamless countertops, and just as a slab of those other materials would do. So yes, they are definitely very well suited for countertops. I will actually say that we studied them for countertops. So we increase the thickness exactly so to take away all the issues about how you handle them, how you transport them, what kind of support shall we put underneath. So these slabs are studied to be countertops for sure.
And for how do you think the porcelain slabs will hold up over time, particularly the edges? I can speak to this in that I have not had any issues with my edges in the year that I've had my counters, and I have a 2- and 3-year-old that are very hard on my counters and my floors and my cabinets, and I will say my countertops look amazing, and I have had no issues with the edges. This is actually a harder product than quartz, which is softer. Quartz is softer, so this is really a great product to put on your counters. Number 3, for the limitations of floor applications, are there any with the large panels?
Of course, we have to look. No, there are none. As long as we choose the right thickness, in my opinion, and the great advantage here, for example, with the MAGNIFICA program that we have tailored for you guys, is that you are offering all the range, a very wide range of choices. So you can really, with the same look, with the same patterns, with the same material, you can go. We strongly recommend, for example, on the floor, rather than using a huge slab in 2cm, which would be very unnecessary, you can definitely use the 6 millimeters, or you can go with the 8 millimeters on the sizes of 30 by 30, 30 by 60, 60 by 60, 48 by 48. Those are all easier to install. But yeah, we don't recommend the 2cm for the floor. That's, like I said before, it's not that you can't, but it's too heavy. That's suited for counter.
And for the 48 by 48s, I want to also add that ours is rolled, not pressed. So you're going to have you're not going to have the pressure points, and you're going to have really straight cuts on the 48 by 48 8 mil. So if you wanted to do a coordinating floor in 48 by 48, and you wanted to do a matching counter, or if you wanted to pick another color within the range, you could make a really nice design. So, and the competitors on the 48 by 48 are pressed, whereas ours is not. So that's a big deal. Number 4, can porcelain slabs be outdoors? We kind of already spoke to this, but yes, they can. thanks to the better quality properties in the material, the slab offers superior performance outdoor. It's not an issue to be used outside. Number 5, Federico, can it be stored outside, or will it warp or fade sitting in the sun?
Yeah, actually, like this question is linked to the previous one, of course, because it's suitable for outdoor application. This material can, of course, be stored outside. It does not, if it's properly, if it's properly installed, it does not warp. Of course, like I said before, it does not fade under UV rays and is resistant to staining, moisture, thermal expansion, thermal shock, freezing, and everything I said before. So absolutely, that's another advantage. Even your fabricators, you can store it outside. If you have few left, and this material will never change its appearance, not even after many years actually has been out there.
Okay, and then number 6, besides 2cm, what other thickness options do we offer? What are their uses? We kind of already touched on this. There's a lot of other options. We do offer a book match in some of the colors, so those are available. I see that Beth asked that question. We're getting some questions sent in, which we'll try to get to all of those. One of them also was, are the colors all the way through? They're not all the way through, but the body of the material is the same as whatever the predominant color is. So when you saw that undermount sink earlier, which I'll go to here, you can see the vein doesn't go all the way through on that edge. It does not bother me at all. We haven't had any pushback about that.
No.
But you can see how that looks.
It's a beautiful white.
It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, and we'll get on to benefits, and then I'll try to answer some of your guys' additional questions as well. So what are the benefits of porcelain over quartz and natural stone?
Okay, so I reply, is made, first of all, okay, porcelain is made from natural raw materials such as clays. The natural look is superior to quartz, like we said before, and again, the slabs are there for everybody to see. It has a better quality and performances, which is true, in durability, staining resistance, scratch resistance, and is very, very low maintenance when compared to quartz and natural stones. In general, as well, I mean, it's like I said, this is a technologically speaking way superior product. So it reflects in every aspect of its performances.
So yeah, it really does. Number 2, how does the cost compare to other countertop materials? So this product is a little more than quartz. We feel it's a way more superior product to quartz, but it's also less than some of the natural stones, because some of the Calcuttas you're talking $80 a square foot. For this product, the MSRP is around $32 and $35 a square foot on the 2cm, and so it is a little bit more, but we feel like it's a more superior product, so the cost is higher for everyone as well. Is it number 3? Is it color body or through body, and why is that important?
Yeah, the material is actually considered color body, the one that of course we are making right now. The edge is polished to the same color as the main color of the panel, which is like the background, and what you said. So basically, the only thing that is not is the vein is not going all the way through. And I would like to also express the fact that every part of the coloring of the slabs in our slabs are natural, so which means that we use natural mineral oxides to create everything, even the color of the vein, to create any kind of glazing or any kind of and the body itself. So it's an extremely natural product. That's why when you polish it, it looks so beautiful, because the white that you have, the background white, for example, you have on a Calcutta, will be the body is going to be that white. So it's really important that the body is let's say colored the proper way And that's an invitation that I also do to people when they go and make their selection, or when we promote this material, of course, to point that out, that people, to check the body of the competition as well. That really makes a big difference.
Yes, because I see a lot of product as a product manager. The reason that we love partnering and we buy our product through Stone Peak is because their body of their porcelain 2cm matches the top. A lot of competitors, this product is made, internationally in other places, and sometimes the screens are, very beautiful too, but the body is very yellow. So when you do a countertop or you're doing an undermount sink and you see that edge is real yellow, it really does not look good. So it's very important to know that our product that we're selling has a very white body, and you're not going to get that yellow body that a lot of the competition does have.
Yeah.
So that's important for homeowners to know as well too. Number 4 is, let's see, do the porcelain panels have book match capability?
Yeah. Yes, we
yes,
do.
We do.
Yeah.
We just have to sell. So just like tile has lots. So if you come in and you want to buy even some wood-looking porcelain tile, we would sell it from the same die lot, which means the same time it was produced, so that your floor has the same shading and lot. The same would be true for these slabs. They have to be sold from the same PO or lot, so the same run, so that the shading is the same. And next, I'm excited to have Tom Cotton here from Perry Masonry in Anaheim. He is awesome. We send a lot of projects your way, and so I'm confident that. How long have you been working with porcelain slabs, Tom?
Oh, it feels like 4 to 5 years, quite a while.
Yeah, he's definitely an expert in this. So I'm excited to have him here with us today. So number 1, are fabricators receptive to the porcelain slabs?
I would say there's a little pushback to begin with, but as a fabricator, I definitely enjoy working with the porcelain slabs. They're very easy to work with, and they're very beautiful and easy maintenance. So the customers are really happy with it. My fabricators at first were hesitant, but now they all enjoy working with it as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Number 2, did you want to add something, Federico?
Yeah, actually, I would like to add this because this is very important. Actually, all the pushbacks that we had, also from the fabricator, they were very useful for us. So that, to me, actually, is a very positive thing, because we learned so much from them, and that's also why we have increased, the potential of this material. We have decided to produce different thicknesses by listening to them, and also by listening to them what were the pushback. The material so far is so, I think is way better. So that's why I think we actually appreciate the pushback sometimes, because if they are constructive like they were, now they're opening up to a new possibility for this material that, in my opinion, is going to be the future of the countertops.
Yes. Okay, and number 2, do you have to be certified or trained to install this product? You do not for the 2cm.
No.
You would install it just as you would quartz or granite. Number 3, how easy is it to transport, fabricate, and install the 2cm porcelain panels, Tom?
They're very easy. I mean, you can pretty much treat them like a granite or quartz like you already work with. So I've been pretty happy with the transportation and the handling of it.
Okay, great. And then number 4, do you need to do relief cuts on your material when you're using the 2cm?
You don't have to. It's a judgment call in certain situations if you choose to. As a fabricator, you need to do what you're comfortable with. We hardly ever do relief cuts, and we manage very well.
Okay, great. Number 5, do you need a sub countertop?
Just like quartz or granite, they have sub tops, and we generally do use the sub tops, and we go right over the plywood.
Okay, great. And number 6, which adhesives for outdoor installation recommendations for porcelain countertops? What would you use?
Are you referring to the epoxy to seam the apron together?
Yeah.
You know, the Mape Caralastic works well, or the Caracol H40 Extreme in Gel, or the Ultra Deformable Welding Adhesive Type R Class 2. Those are all good products.
Okay, great. And number 7, how do you repair scratches during fabrication and installation in the home? Do you have that issue?
It's remarkable how little issues we're having with customers. I mean, it's a rare occasion that we have an issue with the porcelain. I've been really happy, but if there is something that needs to be done, we can do it in the home.
Okay, great. And number 8, how hard is it to repair the cracks and chips on site, particularly if it must match the inkjet pattern?
Again, it's just like working with the granite or quartz. It's very easy, not very difficult at all.
You just use an epoxy and right on the job.
Right.
Okay, great. And then number 9, how easy can the slab, well, it's kind of similar question, altered on the...
Yeah, very easy to make any alterations that need to be done.
Okay, and then number 10, do you use the same material for seams and miters as quartz and natural stone? Sounds like yes, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Number 11, which blade do you like the most for mitering the porcelain?
You know, we've been using the Diatex 14-inch, and it's been working very well. But the blade, the Bedrosians that you're recommending,
the Odin
is also a great blade. So I would suggest probably using that first, and then see how everything works.
Yeah. Number 12, I'll answer to is, are there silica concerns? So porcelain's made of clays which have silica embedded in it. Nevertheless, there are studies showing that there's no concerns about silica for porcelain itself, especially once fired. However, if we're talking about exposure to crystalline silica, which is the dust during cutting, that is the case. So proper safety procedures and precautions are recommended, just like any other material like bricks or other tile going through the same cutting procedure. Number 13, do you have any recommendations for water jet cutting these materials?
Water jet cuts very easy. I mean, there's no hesitation. You can treat it just like you do quartz. Really, we haven't noticed any problems whatsoever.
Okay, great. Number 14, do bridge saws need a high horsepower motor? And if so, what do you suggest?
The amperage on cutting the porcelain is not high. It actually cuts very easy, very similar to quartz. So there's not a need for more horsepower. Okay,
great. And then number 15, how many inches per minute can you cut the 2cm material?
Now this is per fabricator with, you know, what equipment they have, and hopefully they're using a quality blade. So this will vary. I would say you can start, you know, cutting 30-inch per minute or 3 feet per minute in a straight cut, and then go down from there, or go up from there, I should say. And the same thing with miters. You should really, you know, start lower and then work up. You can always increase your feed rate and increase your, you know, fabrication time.
Okay, great. And I have some other questions that people have sent in, and I'll just ask you a few that are here. So what adhesive do you suggest, or what do you use?
Right now we use, it's called gold adhesive. It works really well, and it works good for outside and inside, and it's been a great product.
Okay, great. Let's see. Somebody asked, Bill asked, do you have specific fabrication guidelines for the fabrication of Magnifica? We actually do not, as we just don't have fabrication guidelines for quartz or granite either. And cut just the same. Kit is asking, what pads do you suggest?
The same pads you're using with your stone. It actually, the fabrication on the porcelain material as far as the pads go are extremely minimal. I mean, it's just a very eased edge you're working with. Yep. So it's not much needed there.
Okay, great. Suzanne is asking, can you laminate and have a 4 cm product or waterfall the countertops?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes,
you've done that
a lot. Yes.
Okay. Next question. Do you offer sample packs of all the finishes for designers and contractors? Yes, we do. Since this product is just being launched officially in October, we will have the samples of pens that are readily available mid-October that we can send out. Those are being cut now as some of the last colors are being made. I have another question. Can we special order the 15 by 30 tiles? Yes, you can. It's just, we just cut the 30 by 30 in half, which is pretty easy to do.
Yep.
Is it easier to match up the edges when mitering them? Because with Decton, it's not easy to match up. Jen is writing in for that.
It's very easy. Yes. I mean, just like a quartz or stone, really, there's no different.
Can you cut on it, and can you set hot pans out of the oven on it? This product is fired at thousands of degrees, so technically you could put a hot pan on it. Correct, Federico?
Yeah, the material is, I mean, you know, it's always, you know, it's how you call it, heat shock resistant. Again,
I mean, I don't put a hot pan on mine. I always put something down to protect my counter. So I would recommend that you would do that just to
actually
maintain your counters. But
yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I mean, of course, it's let's say that should be an accident. So let's say that these materials should be good in case an accident happens. So by mistake you put something extremely hot on your counter, and okay, it survives and doesn't have a problem. But you know, like you said, you know, it's always better, you know, to take care and, you know, not to abuse it anyway. I mean, like I wouldn't abuse anything, but yes, material is more resistant for sure.
Whitney is asking, do you need to seal it? Any maintenance? Do you seal your jobs?
No, porcelain does not need to be sealed, and there's really very little or no maintenance.
I can speak to that too from having it in my home. There's really no maintenance with this product. Amber is asking, can the cut edges be polished to a finished look, leaving the tops 2 cm, or do the edges need to be mitered for a really finished look? Are there various veining options for each color? So you could literally just polish the 2 cm edge. You don't have to do a mitered edge at all. In fact, in Italy and in Europe, they just polish the edge, and that's kind of how they prefer it.
Yeah, confirm it.
Okay, let's see. Kelsey is asking, are there various veining options for each color option? In other words, can you choose 2 or more slabs in the same color but with different veining? Yes, we have book matches, so you can buy an A and a B, and the veining is different. So if you had a very large island, you could
work with that.
Could work with that, yeah. Let's see. Bill is asking, is it recommended that slabs be stored on an A-frame that has a rubber or soft surface versus metal?
Not necessary. It just has to be flat and put face out, obviously, the back to it. And that's how we store a lot of our slabs, and we have no issues.
Okay, great. Will this material be eventually available in 3 cm? And would you expect to see the same fabrication charge for this material as quartz, or does it take more labor or time on the CNC to cut, or use more diamond blades to fabricate?
I would say at this point, it's starting to become just as easy as quartz. and we're doing more of it. It's definitely gotten way more popular. So the more we do it, the less expensive it will be, because we'll be that much more streamlined and smooth operation.
Yeah, prior to the 2cm, there was a lot more you had to do with the 12 millimeter, the 6 millimeter to put it on a counter, including different boards and a lot more. So I think the price was higher.
True. Yes, the backer board and the steps involved were definitely adding to the cost.
Yeah. About the 3cm, I think eventually that's something that could be on the table right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Right
technically, probably is possible. I mean, not a big need for it right now. I mean, it's such a superior product. I mean, so if it's really not needed, we don't see why. But yeah, technically, so right now we prefer to stay with our 2cm.
Kylie's asking, are you able to cut porcelain into smaller sizes, such as a 4x16, to be laid on the floor? Yes. You need somebody very skilled at cutting it, but all porcelain can be cut down. You can talk to your sales rep. We have a fabrication shop that we could have material cut down to if needed. Tracy's asking, will this handle freeze thaw for outdoors in North Idaho?
Yeah, the material is used. I mean, consider the porcelain is actually used for ventilated facades. So in every kind of weather, we have ventilated facades in Chicago. We have ventilated facade, all over the, in the US, all over the place. So it's the same material. So, but yeah, I don't. Is like I said before, it's thaw resistant and freeze resistant. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next is, are you getting feedback from customers of installed material that its chipping is possible from glass falling from the cabinet? I mean, anything can chip at some point. So, it's highly chip resistant, but things can happen and things can chip. So I don't want to say, there's an earthquake and something happens and falls and you get a chip. But I can say, personally, I've had this in my home and I'm not particularly easy on my countertops and I don't have any chipping. So I think, I used to have marble in my counters and right where the dishwasher is, where you would, shut the dishwasher, I had some chipping along the edge. I'm the same person. I use my dishwasher the same way. And with the porcelain, I have no issues of chipping right there above my dishwasher.
And customers have not complained about any chipping. And we've installed several porcelain jobs in the last several years.
Yeah.
So I would say it's definitely not a problem.
Yeah. Can you have ease or mitered edge detail, or can you bevel?
We actually have beveled before, doing a double miter, and it's actually worked out very well. It's a lot more work, obviously, so it can be done, for an experienced fabricator, and it does look very nice.
Great.
I've actually even done a knife edge, which turned out very nice on a conference table.
Joe's asking, when will this be available for purchase? So I think we have over 6 colors that are in stock right now, and every day we're getting more. By the end of this month, we should have all of the colors in stock. We're stocking them at over 9 locations throughout the country, so you should be able to purchase some of it now. Some of the darker colors will be ready by the end of the month, and then we're updating our brochure online so you can view that and see all the colors. If you go on our website and you go to the top and go to featured and then you hit Magnifica, there's a landing page where you can watch some videos and see all the different colors. Let's see. Is there any top polishing suggestions for seams, hard, soft pads recommendations?
You wouldn't want to try to hit a seam like you would a stone, maybe, because that would make it worse, honestly. You don't want to sand it to the point, or polish it to the point where you lose the color of the inkjet that's on the porcelain. So you got to be very careful with that.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see. I'm just sort of trying to go through all the questions and see if there's anything else. Somebody asked, can you do an OG edge?
No.
No. Is it possible to do a chiseled edge? No. Okay, I think that is all the time we want to take up for this, because it's been over the 45 minutes. I want to just thank you guys so much for all your time. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email us at info@bedrosians.com. We'd be happy to help you. You can also follow us on social media and Instagram, Facebook, and all of those things. And we just want to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Tom, for your time, and thank you, Federico. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.